Hi, I'm Melanie. Welcome to my channel. So, understandably, this journey can at times feel unfair, frustrating, and even cruel. And because of this, it can leave you feeling resentful, angry, and exhausted and disillusioned, which can cause you to feel blame towards your divine masculine and the journey. So, I want to discuss this a little bit today and to also highlight how this can block you, keeping you from making any progress on this journey, and what to do if you are feeling like this. Because this journey will feel like it's just about the hardest thing you've ever had to face. And it will have you believing sometimes that you can't and don't want to face it, that you don't want to face everything that may be coming up for you to look at, confronting all those heavy fear-based emotions connected to past traumas, having to deal with dark night of the soul, where you feel like your world is unraveling because everything you thought was real is actually an illusion. Going through maybe an emotional and physically painful and difficult Kundalini awakening. And then if that wasn't enough, having to pick yourself up and cope with the immense pain of your divine masculine leaving and going through separation. And so when you look at it like this, it's no wonder you may be asking, why do I have to go through all this? Why do I have to go through all this before I can be with my divine masculine? Why did I finally meet someone who got me on all levels only for them to run and leave? Why can't they just come back? Why can't it all go back to how it was during the bubble love stage? Why does it have to be that I'm the one that goes first? How come I'm going through all this and my divine masculine seems to be unaffected? And so on, because there will most likely be numerous more questions that may be going around and round in your head, causing you to feel that it's unfair or frustrated and feeling like you just can't cope with it all. And I totally understand and get it. I do, because this journey will turn your life upside down and make you feel like you don't know which way is up. You will feel like you are experiencing every emotion there is, and the whole thing can feel extremely overwhelming. But, and you knew there was a but coming, right? If you are getting caught up with feeling resentment or anger or unfairness in any way towards your divine masculine or the journey or both, it will lead you to being in resistance, and this will prevent you from making any progress on this journey. Because when you are in resistance, you are putting up an internal barrier, or in other words, blocking yourself, because resisting something means you are not accepting something. And in terms of this journey and connection, it will most probably mean you will feel unable to accept your divine masculine leaving you and the process of the journey or aspects of this journey and process. Which means you will be keeping yourself in a state of feeling in lack and the victim. Because you will be seeing this journey as something that is happening to you as opposed to happening for you. Because this journey and the connection with your divine masculine can and will most definitely at times seem unfair and can cause you to feel some or all of those emotions that I talked about earlier. But that's not its purpose. This isn't happening to you to punish you in some way. Its purpose is to free you of all that has kept you shackled and held you back, to free you of all that has kept you in the dark by feeding you false narratives, which makes you fear stepping out of your comfort zone, therefore stifling your growth. And it's doing this by highlighting all that you have to let go of and purge, bringing to the surface all that has been buried deep within you, all the pain and fear from traumas and core wounds, helping you to remember the truth and to see through the illusion of the 3D matrix world. Because in order to move forward on this journey, you have to peel back layers of false narratives and egoic beliefs, conditionings, and pain from the past traumas that you've had to face. You have to unbecome to become. And yes, having to go through this process will feel at times unbearably hard and insurmountable. And it will seem incredibly unfair, because you will just want to be with your divine masculine without having to go through all that you have to go through. You may quite possibly want to avoid facing those past traumas, core wounds, and all the other stuff like beliefs and conditionings, etc. And wondering why you just can't keep everything that you are facing buried. And so it will cause you to feel many of those fear-based emotions, and maybe to feel resentful and angry and want to blame. That's your egoic mind causing you to feel like that, causing you to feel like you just can't cope and that you are the victim. And so understand that being in that energy will lead you to being in resistance, because when you are caught up in the mind, believing this is all happening to you and you are the victim, you will want to blame, believing it's unfair and that it's just all too difficult. Maybe feeling angry and wanting things to go back to how they were, all leading you to become resentful, which then leads you to resisting, wanting to be on board and accepting what the journey is helping you to discover. And this will prevent you from moving forward. Because by not accepting the connection and journey and the process, you are not allowing things to unfold how they should. You are not trusting in the journey. You are not seeing past the pain and difficulty. You are not seeing the bigger picture, because you are getting caught and tangled up in all the mind stuff, which will keep you where you are, stuck and going around in circles. Because this is what will happen by being in resistance. You will stay where you are because you are fighting against the natural flow of your life, because you can only see the pain of everything that you're having to go through on this journey. You are not seeing the significance and beauty of this journey and letting it lead you to where you're meant to be, which is why it's important to take a step back and see things from a higher perspective, to get a clearer view of what this journey is really all about. And to do that, it's crucial that you begin to trust. And to do that, you need to establish and deepen the connection with your soul. And so if you are feeling any sort of resentment or blame in any way, or in fact, any of those fear-based emotions, first it's important to allow yourself to own or accept what you are feeling, as it's natural to feel like this due to you being so used to coming from the mind for so long. Because by owning it, you are not denying a part of who you are acknowledging it. Denying is also about being in resistance, as it means you are not accepting something. And of course, not accepting something means you are in resistance. But once you have accepted it, don't dwell on it. Don't let those fear-based emotions get a hold of you, so you keep looping with thoughts of it being unfair, etc. Accept it and then let it go by really realizing you have a choice and you don't have to hold on to any fear-based emotions, and then by allowing yourself to believe and trust. To believe and trust that this journey is helping you to discover the amazing truth of who you are and why you are here. And that you are not small and limited, but expansive and limitless. That you are not unworthy, incapable, undeserving, feeling not seen or heard and ignored, or believing that you don't matter, and so feeling unloved. Because you are worthy, capable, deserving, and very much seen and heard and loved unconditionally by the one who is all loving and created you and all life, and a part of who is within you, your soul. Because this journey is here helping you to release yourself of all those heavy fear-based emotions by highlighting what you need to work on so you can be free. It's helping you to discover true unconditional love within by you alchemizing any fear-based emotions and transcending the ego and fear, unbecoming to become. And it's by going through this process that you may be resisting that will ultimately bring you to where you want to be. And it starts with recognizing, acknowledging, and then owning and accepting where you may be in resistance. And then letting it go by trusting. Trusting in your soul, the truth of who you are, the journey and the divine creator. That although you may believe this journey is unfair, it's actually happening for your highest good. So that's about all for me today. But, if you are struggling anywhere on the journey with any aspect and would like more help, guidance and support, and to just connect, offload and to find some relief, my website is there with the services I offer, along with my email. The link is in the description below. As always, many thanks for watching, sending you so much love, and blessed be.